Tonight on ONEIL After Dark, Thursday is the NFL Draft. Who will go where? And why do we care? In politics, former President Joe Biden is back in the spotlight, and we look at what he has to say. And I speak with the town mayor. All that and more coming up next. Good evening, and welcome to ONEIL After Dark. My name is Tanner O'Neill. Whatever. The NFL Draft is this Thursday, and there are some great narratives for this year's Who's Going Where. Story 1 is where will Shedeur Sanders, that's Coach Prime, aka Deion Sanders' son, go? A lot of teams have a lot of interest, especially the Raiders. Wouldn't that be something? Also, the New Orleans Saints quarterback, Derek Carr, will miss the 2025 season with an arm-throwing injury. So, they could draft Jackson Dart out of Mississippi. As long as the Saints do not have a repeat of the 1999 draft, I'm sure everything will be fine. And you can expect the Jets to completely fumble their pick this year, because that's what they do. They should draft man-beast Ashton Genty, but they won't, because Jet's gonna jet. Also, Aaron Rodgers is still unemployed and holding the NFL hostage. Politics now, and speaking of fumbling and unemployed, former President Joe Biden spoke to those who would listen this past week about a few things. Check this out.
And folks, as a United States Senator 400 years ago, I was the co-sponsor of the Americans with Disabilities Act as a United States Senator. A hell of a thing, man. Folks, today I want to talk to you about an issue that's front and center. All those people with disabilities. What the hell are they talking about? Who in the hell do they think they are?
Hey man, being president must be a tough job. Just look at the internet. You would think that avocados are the problem. As always, I wanted to know what my favorite daytime show hostesses with the mostesses had to say, so I tuned in to The View.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
We don't need that.
It makes sense. And equality now feels like oppression.
That is actually working.
And I think we can all agree.
I do.
What is the solution? Should we just then depend on the benevolence of Elon Musk and white billionaires to hire women?
We're so progressive.
Self-flagellating themselves.
Oh my gosh.
And look, I think there's a place for that.
Unbelievable. The gals just don't miss. And keeping with things that are unbelievable, Buttons from Buttons for America took some time off after two recent victories, one against the British Empire, and the other, with a little help from above, vanquishing the Easter Bunny, to participate in cat-related activities. We go now to some live, non-doctored footage of a cat enjoying their day off. Fantastic. To join Buttons for America Ocean Division, just like, share, subscribe, comment, and donate to the Cash App at the bottom of the screen. Please note that the Cash App is not a scam. It does help the voyage as well as this channel. And we'll be right back after this. Welcome back. Champions League now. That's right. Arsenal defeated Real Madrid 2-1 in last week's Champions League quarterfinals, thanks to goals by Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli. The Gunners advance by a score of 5-1 on aggregate and will play in the Champions League semi-final for the first time in 16 years. Their opponent will be Paris Saint-Germain. Action starts Tuesday, April 29th. Check local listings for availability. In local news, it was a quiet week for the town, with only 456 crimes reported. That's down from 2% from the previous week. The police department says it's getting better at deterring the usual suspects. So give credit where credit is due. This week I did some top-tier investigative journalism as I sat down and spoke with our town mayor and asked him how he intends to combat the crime wave that is plaguing our fair city. Hello, Mr. Mayor. How are you today?
Slippier than a water snake in a grease pit.
I'll get right to it then. There's been a lot of crime recently. How do you respond to that? And how are you going to fix it?
All right, I'll tell you. I'm gonna go after him. In this case, leave it to me.
It's my understanding that it's pretty obvious that a small group are involved with an overwhelming number of crimes.
Because that's the best time to extend credit to anybody.
Can you reassure that the townspeople are safe? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Are you hungry? Mr. Mayor, are you just gonna continue to eat?
It's a matter of pure greed.
Fantastic. Do you have any final comments for the people?
All I want to see are results.
Brilliant.
Now you get moving or I have your tail.
Thank you for your time, sir. There you have it. Crime may or may not pay. I recently read that the Earth is dying, which doesn't affect the show because it's filmed in outer space, as you can tell. However, some people I know do live on that planet. Rest easy, everyone. This week's editorial is all about conservation. Hello, friends. The 22nd of April was Earth Day. This concept was founded by some dirty hippies in the 70s, most likely from California, along with Senator Gaylord Nelson. Originally, it was a day to celebrate all the planet has given us as humans and create pollution awareness. However, when I did my research, I discovered it's also Vladimir Lenin's birthday. So Earth Day was a communist plot until 1990. That's when America got wise to this Red Scare and needed a hero to reclaim Earth Day and defeat those commies. But who would step up? Those fat cats in Washington? Al Gore? John Kerry? Nope. America needed a true hero. And Captain Planet was the man for the job. This eco-warrior not only restored Earth Day back to its rightful meaning, but was also instrumental in ending the Cold War and defeating the Reds. Thank you, Captain Planet. The more you know. Brilliant as always. Well, that's going to do it for it. Super. Join us next week for more sports, news, and broccoli. Thank you for watching ONEIL After Dark. My name is Tanner O'Neill.
Because that's the best
Man,
time.
I'm up to something. Woody-la-dee-do, thank you all for coming. I hope you like the show, 'cause